Welcome to our conversation about veterans benefits. My name is Bruce Lamore. With us today is Don Reed. Mr. Reed is with Disabled American Veterans, and he has previously agreed to help us to better understand our benefits as veterans. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Reed.
Thank you, Bruce. It is a great honor to be here today to discuss what benefits and what services that the Disabled American Veterans can provide to the Houston retired police officers.
Let's start with a little history about your organization, followed by what your organization does for veterans.
The Disabled American Veterans were founded in 1920, and we were chartered by the United States Congress in 1932. The DAV provides free advocacy for service members, veterans, and their families for any VA benefits that they may be entitled to. Our organization provides service for these individuals so they can live a high quality life with dignity once they leave the service.
So this is a free service, correct?
That is correct. The Disabled American Veterans will not charge any individuals that come into our office. We are a nonprofit organization, and everything that we do is free of charge, from advocating for the veteran and their family members to obtain VA benefits, also to help them if there's any notice of disagreements, any legal argument that they may provide before the Board of Veterans Appeals.
So VA benefits are already earned. It's not like they have to qualify for them. Is that also correct?
Yes, the VA benefits are there for veterans. Sometimes veterans do not understand how they go about to obtain these benefits. That's what we are there for. We are there to educate the veteran and also educate the family members of what VA benefits are out there, including all the way from service-connected disabilities, educational benefits, VA home loan, VA benefits from the VA Medical Center on the healthcare side. So that is correct. If they come to us, we're going to educate them and let them know what they're out there for and how we can help them obtain those benefits.
How common is it for veterans to miss out on their benefits?
Very common. There are veterans that come in our office that have been out for over 15 plus 20 years that they were like, well, take for example, I was only in the National Guard, and I went to basic training, and I only went to AIT and maybe caught up for just a couple of months or a couple of years. That's a real misconception. We need to tell the veterans out there that if they have a DD-214 that shows honorable service, then that opens up the door for them to obtain VA benefits through the Department of Veterans Affairs and also through the VA medical side.
Some of our members, because of their age or physical condition, cannot readily go to the VA to fill out the paperwork. Still others do not have access to a computer or are not computer literate. So getting online is really a barrier to them. Are there any options for these folks?
There are options. We have throughout the state of Texas and also through the Houston area, we have chapter service officers, and we also have department service officers that can reach out to these veterans. Also through my National Service Office. If that is the case, then we will go to the veteran and help that veteran and that family member fill out any paperwork that they may have or may want to submit to the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Most of the time our members call us for help with healthcare equipment needs, and they're in the crisis mode when that happens. Is there something they can do to be better prepared for these eventualities?
We always tell veterans that if they are in the VA Medical Center and have a primary care physician, that they always go to that individual. There's very many opportunities through the VA medical side, and I will speak about the VA medical side, and then I will speak about the regional office side about what some benefits are out there. The VA Medical Center, that primary care physician can always give that veteran a consult to the geriatrics division of the VA Medical Center. Through that, if it's to the point where that veteran needs health care for someone to come in to help them 2-3 times a week, then that's what they're going to do. It's through the home health care program that the VA Medical Center has. And it's it's free of charge, it doesn't cost anything. And sometimes that does help that veteran with what they need. Also, there's what we call it a HISA grant, the Home Improvement Structural Adaptation Grant, where if we have veterans that need a handrail, or if they need the bathroom situated and for a handicap reason, or if they need beds, or if they need a ramp to go from the house up to it, then they can apply for that. There's different amounts for that for service-connected veterans and non-service-connected veterans. And this is a yearly or one time. I do believe, if I'm not correct, it's up to $3,500 for service-connected veterans and $2,000 for non-service-connected veterans. They go out there and they make that adaptation to their house. If we have a service-connected veteran, there are many different things out there that they can look at. If they qualify for what they call the Automobile Adapted Equipment and Grant, then the VA will go out, purchase an automobile, and adapt any vehicle that they may need. And they also have the Special Adaptation Grant and adaptation for the house that they can always apply for.
There's some confusion amongst veterans who think that if they access their VA benefits that they'll lose their private medical insurance benefits. Is that accurate?
There is a great misconception that veterans have if they have private insurance, whether they have it through the spouse or they have it through the retired or the company that they work for, that if they choose to go to the VA Medical Center for help, then the private insurance will go away. That is not correct. A veteran can always go to the VA Medical Center if they are put into the VA Medical Healthcare Center. That would be the first choice for insurance, and the secondary will be billed. We also get an understanding that veterans are going, well, they're billing my insurance. The VA Medical Center does have the right to do that, but mostly nothing comes from the medical insurance to pay for that. We always tell veterans if they have two sources of medical insurance to keep it, because it's always greatly that they may go to the medical side on the outside to see their doctor better. And as long as they're telling that doctor that they do get care at the VA Medical Center, then there's a website that these individuals can probably maybe link together so they can see both of them at the same time.
What's a telephone number that veterans could call to get help?
Well, Bruce, due to the pandemic and the COVID-19 epidemic, most in our offices are not able to get back into the regional office to help veterans. But what we do have, and what the Disabled American Veteran has, is a toll-free number, and it's a Vonage number that they can call and talk to a National Service Officer during these times. The number is 1-888-604-0234. That is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
For those who can use a computer, is there a website that they can access to get information?
That is correct, Bruce. They can go to benefitsquestions.org. It will bring up a prompt for them to put in their name, their address, if they know the claim number and phone number, their email address, and put their question in. Once they submit this question is going to go to the local DAV National Service Officer's email address, and would give that information of what the veteran's asking, what they need to do, and how we need to get in contact with that individual.
If somebody uses the website that you recommended, will somebody from your entity call them and interact with them personally?
That is correct, Bruce. If someone goes to our benefitsquestions.org website, and if they put in that email that they will prefer a phone call, then that is correct. And one of my service officers from my office will call that individual and talk to that individual and ask any questions that they may have.
Tell us a little bit about proxy representation. If a veteran has a family member, say a grandchild, contacts you on their behalf to help them set up their benefits.
That's a good question. And I will talk at it two different ways. The Department of Veterans Affairs will have to have a form that the veteran needs to fill out saying this is who they are and this is the individual that they can release any information about the benefits to this individual. But with the Disabled American Veterans, we don't go that route. We understand that there will be times that the veteran may be elderly and that they may need the son, the daughters, the wives, or the grandchildren to talk to us and come to us about the situation with that veteran. All we need is verbal communication from that veteran that it is okay to speak to these individuals. There is what they call a power of attorney throughout the Department of Veterans Affairs. Now, this power of attorney that the veteran gives us only allows us access to that individual's VA file, medical records, service treatment records, any VA decisions, so we can review and help that individual out. So once we have that, then if that veteran wants us to talk to anybody else, all we need is verbal communication saying this is what we need to do. With that power of attorney, that also allows us as an organization to sign some forms for the veteran and submit it to the VA. I hope that answered your question about proxy and so forth, because
yes.
with the VA it's totally different, but with DAV it's just a verbal communication from the veteran saying you can talk to my wife, you can talk to my daughter.
Certainly, that's important information to know, because some of our veterans are not as young as they used to be, and they have difficulty getting around, and they require the assistance of family members.
That is correct, and that's what we're here. We're here to ensure that the veteran is receiving the best benefits and advocacy that we can before the Department of Veterans Affairs.
This has really been very informative. Is there any information that you'd like to let us know that veterans, that we didn't cover, that veterans should know, including up to perhaps membership in the DAV?
That is correct. Membership in the DAV is very important. Right now we have over 1.5 million veterans in our organization. Becoming a member of the Disabled American Veterans, it is a one-time payment of $300. Once they pay that, they don't have to pay anything anymore. They also can do a down payment of maybe $10 online and have it come out each month. But membership is very important. It is the lifeblood of the Disabled American Veterans. We use our membership and we use the voices when we go before the legislative to try to obtain any type of benefits or change anything. I'll give you one example. There was something that was coming out from Congress that the VA has what they call individual unemployability, that they will pay an individual at the 100% level due to the fact that this individual can no longer work. What they wanted to do was change the law. And the law that they wanted to change was that once that individual or that veteran reaches Social Security age and maybe be able to get Social Security, then they have to lose the unemployability with the VA and go back to what the percentage is, whether it be 70, 80, or 90. That's not right, because you got to understand veterans may be unemployable for 10 years, 15 years, and they don't have the credit hours to get Social Security. We used our voice. We used our veterans' voice. We do have a Commander's Action Network that we asked all our members and non-members to go write their local congressperson, write their local senators that this is not right. And so being a member can allow you to do that, and our voices is heard. And they said, okay, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, no, we don't want to do that. We understand. And it was changed. So it's very important that the membership is the lifeblood of DAV. We have different chapters here. We have some in Conroe. We have some in Beaumont. We have some in Poland that they can go to. And our website, davmembers.org, they can easily go on that website if they like to join, and they can go that direction. They do not have to be a member of our organization for us to help them. We're going to help a veteran no matter what, whether a member or non-member of our organization. But we will explain what the advantages of. We have advantages of being a DAV member and why it's important. But if they do not want to join, that is correct. We will help those veterans no matter what.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us. We appreciate the work that you do to benefit our veterans.
Thank you, Bruce. It's my pleasure to be here today.